The new champ, Rocky Marciano of Brockton, Mass. Rocky KO'd Jersey Joe Walcott in the 13th round at Philadelphia.
When Rocky fought for the heavyweight championship of the world, here I am at ringside. I'm an 11-year-old little brother of a guy in there that I think there's no human being that could ever beat my brother. And I see him in the first couple of rounds against Walcott, literally getting pushed around pretty good, and I'm thinking, wow, you know, what's going on here?
Felled in the first round by the aging Jersey Joe Walcott, the 28-year-old ex-GI came back strong in a drama-packed 13th. A right-handed jaw crusher knocked Jersey Joe loose from his senses and his title. Exit Walcott, enter Rocky Marciano.
Well, last night I fought a real true champion in Jersey Joe Walcott. He proved to me what a champion is made out of. I hit him with plenty of good punches, and he took them very good, rolled with most of them. He's a very smart fighter, a durable fighter, and a very great champion. I only hope that I could be as good as him.
Marciano was a fun-loving, loyal, dedicated family man and friend outside of the ring. Inside the ring, he was a relentless aggressor. He defended his title 6 times and then, quite unexpectedly, walked away from boxing, never to fight again.
Marciano's last fight was in 1955 against Archie Moore in the fall. It was his 49th victory, and a lot of people felt that Marciano would continue. He was still young, he was still in his prime. He had 3, 4, 5, 6 good fights left in him. He decided not to. He decided to retire.
Marciano's record of 49-0. It's like Babe Ruth's record. 60 home runs. It's a magic number in boxing. And still, it stands.
Muhammad Ali was born Cassius Marcellus Clay in Louisville, Kentucky. At the age of 12, the gangly, precocious youngster took the first step on the road to the heavyweight championship of the world. The young Clay had several inspirations, the least likely of whom was the then reigning heavyweight champ, Rocky Marciano.
He had mentioned as a young black kid from Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky, that he would hear the name, he'd be listening to the radio, and he would describe it this way. There was this guy, Rocky Marciano.
And Rocky Marciano was fighting somebody that night. It was about 9:30 Louisville time. It was a little rain drizzle outside. The car was crowded. All these black fellows were listening to the fight. And I asked them, could I listen? They didn't know me. Skinny 12-year-old kid, 13-year-old. I stopped and I listened. What inspired me to really want to be a heavyweight champion was when I heard the man say, and still the heavyweight champion of the whole world, Rocky Marciano. And I say he was a big influence in the start of my boxing career.
Clay quickly established himself as one of America's top amateurs. He capped an outstanding amateur career by winning a gold medal at the 1960 Olympic Games in Rome. Following the games, he began his professional career with a win over a fighting cop named Tunney Hunsaker. Ali's speed, elusiveness, and unorthodox approach to the sport, not to mention his colorful and outspoken personal style, both galvanized and horrified the boxing community.
I'm not going to knock him out. I'm going to whoop him.
Clay's talent could not be denied. In 1964, he was matched with the reigning heavyweight champ, the glowering, menacing Sonny Liston. Liston retired in his corner at the end of the 7th round, sitting on his stool, gazing dumbfounded across the ring at the face of a new America.
Undefeated when he goes in the ring against Sonny Liston, undefeated when he comes out of the ring against Sonny Liston, except he comes out as Muhammad Ali.
Ali defended the title several times over the next 3 years. By 1967, he had run his undefeated record at 27-0. Many, including of course Ali himself, began to refer to him as the greatest of all time. In April 1967, at the height of the Vietnam War, a government clerk called for Cassius Marcellus Clay to step forward for induction into the armed forces. Ali, a devout black Muslim, refused to take that step.
Deposed heavyweight champion Cassius Clay at a federal court in Houston is found guilty of violating the U.S. Selective Service laws by refusing to be inducted.
It is a time when the unusual could happen in the 60s. It's a time of change, it's a time of turmoil, And one of those who gets caught up in it in his own way, leads it, is the now named Muhammad Ali. Refuses to step forward for the draft in Houston. They take away his passport. He's defrocked by the Babbitry and the boxing commissions, and he's out for 2.5 years.
Though banned from boxing, Ali was still considered the man by the majority of the public, and everyone knew that no man could truly claim the title until he met and defeated Ali in the ring.